Hello, Captains! Welcome back to Hyperion Lounge.
To be honest, I can't wait to tell you what version 5.4 Silverwing Beyond has to offer. It's mind-blowing.
I'm super excited too, because we've worked so hard on Untitled Chapter 2, and it will finally be released in version 5.4.
Let's watch a trailer to learn about the fundamentals of Silverwing Beyond.
我会保护你的，队员。这里只剩下居民们曾经生活过的痕迹。接下来，开始探索吧。 功率全开。上诉模式。Ultimate Blade 向前进。立场展开。人鹰妖子界面模式启动 ，Final Shot。 尤大，我的老朋友，最后再帮我一次吧。
After 8 years, Bronya has become mature with an air of coldness. Her high-tech gear, coupled with her asymmetrical dress, preserves her gracefulness while adding dependability.
She may seem cold, but that's really just her calm demeanor. We'll see the fire in her once she's on a mission. She does what any good leader does, by guiding and protecting her squad mates.
Speaking of her squad mates, we can finally see the faces of Timido and Lyle. I didn't expect Timido to look this cute. She's full of teen spirit.
Don't underestimate her just because she looks cute. The members of Squad 2 are all experts in their own right.
Then let's start with Bronya, the acting leader.
As the first range character in APHO2, Bronya has outgrown her turret-like fighting style. With both a gun and sword moveset, she's versatile and elegant, like a ranger roaming the battlefield. She can keep dishing out damage at a distance. As soon as enemies show their weakness, she can create a compressed plasma blade to finish the job.
Bronya also gets to snipe scope exclusively. She can hit weak spot from afar, as well as neutralize effects like invisibility.
Bronya's growth has given APHO2's combat both air-to-ground and ground-to-air elements. You could say that she's taken the combat system to another dimension.
The other is my favorite, Genki girl Timido. She's unique in that she's a figure skater. She uses her skates to battle enemies up close. By using the ice sprayer on her skates, she can keep her moves graceful while stringing together kicks and jets of ice into unpredictable combos. With her trusty skates, she can not only skate on the ground, but also run up certain walls.
Her attacks are elegant, dazzling, and swift. She's like a dancer on ice. Lyle, unlike Timido, who fights up close, is a seasoned sniper. He can fire bullets that pull in enemies, stop time, and do other nifty tricks from the corners to back the team up.
The protagonist is also getting a power-up. Their basic attack builds up to the furnace bar. When it's maxed out, hold attack to drain it to deal massive damage. Better yet, their joint attacks have become much stronger. Watch the demo to find out.
I bet you're even more hyped for version 5.4 after watching the demo. Along with introducing new characters, we also creatively revamped APHO's gameplay.
First up is the sunken city, surrounded by mountains and a sea. Why did Squad 2 come here all the way from St. Fountain?
Long story short, after Bronya led Squad 2 to save the protagonist, they landed in this city called False Bay by accident. To make their way back to St. Fountain, they needed to reorient themselves, so they began exploring False Bay.
And judging from their uniforms, the squad members in the chapter are all wearing some kind of bracelet.
This is actually a supportive gear called a moon ring. You can equip it with cores to augment corresponding abilities and enter Joint White Heat mode. This mode boosts the team's combat capacity and triggers Lyle's special support abilities.
The white heat state is related to the moon ring. The moon ring accrues energy in combat for the team. How it accrues energy depends on the active core. Its 4 cores are basic attack, automate, QTE, and evasion. They unlock and upgrade their effects as the moon ring levels up, gradually becoming more useful.
However, since the cores are so powerful, you can only equip some of them at a time.
The next big addition is the grappling hook and cables. They make use of 3-dimensional structures and give characters more freedom.
The grappling hook isn't only for exploring maps, but also for mounting monsters. Once you paralyze a mountable monster, you can use the grappling hook to mount it. You can control them to attack enemies and explore hard-to-reach places such as underwater areas.
The other addition is Dungeon of Gates, which are spatially more imaginative. Characters can do stunts, solve puzzles, and even flip over rooms to reach every corner for chests and objectives.
Of course, what we want the most is for these diverse designs to bring more joy to your exploration.
What's more, participate in APHO 2 event to get a special option. Open it to receive a stigma recommended for Silverwing next.
Other than the Wings of Reason option, you can also receive crystals, Ancient Legacy, and many more rewards.
Speaking of the Wings of Reason set, Bronya will not only star in APHO 2, but also board Hyperion as Silverwing next.
But compared with how she was in APHO, the new S-Rank Biotype Ice DPS will be more range-centric. Repeatedly tap attack in combat to spew out bullets with her multi-unit arm 0019. With enough power, hold attack to deploy a barrier that obstructs enemies. When bullets fired by Silverwing next pass the barrier, they will be enhanced. The last hit of her basic combo grants a charge. With 2 charges, tap attack to link basic attack's last hit to a special combo attack that deals significant damage. Tapping alts will cause her to leap into the air. She will summon the barrier and blast a large area.
Accompanying her is a heavy cannon, Falcon Flare 0019. Its prime form, Falcon Flare Final, and the Wings of Reason stigma set.
After pulling Silverwing Next expansion supply a number of times, you will receive the Silverwing Returns Armory option. Open it to choose a weapon or stigma recommended for Silverwing Next.
In other words, you're guaranteed to get the full equipment set in a number of drops.
With the help of this event, you won't be missing a piece from a set. This version update includes a Post-Honkai Odyssey and Chapter 28 Beyond Will.
I remember at the end of Chapter 27, Otto used the light curtain with the power of binding to take over the god's power safely.
Right. I can't wait to see what happens next. Like other captains, I'm always surprised by Otto's maneuvers.
Especially after Void Archives told him there was nothing you could do back then. I became more curious about the Aesop the ex-overseer sleeve.
We all want to know.
Being released together is a new activity, Interstice. You can customize the chips in your Genius system to adapt to stages with unique mechanics. The intel point you earn from winning can be used to purchase Umbro Rose's new outfit, Valkyrie Dawn.
Yep, it's a combat uniform that matches Valkyrie Gloria. But Umbro Rose is not the only one. In version 5.4, our Miss Pink elf is getting her first outfit, Miss Pink. Yes, Alicia in a maid uniform looks even cuter than I imagined.
You've been wanting to see her in a maid outfit since she boarded Hyperion.
Back to the topic. Miss Pink's attacks look pastel purple. When she casts Ultimate, a logo appears and cranks the cuteness up to 11. As expected of the ever-glamorous Alicia.
Stop, we know how much you love her, but so do I.
Fellow Alicia fans, don't miss it. In addition, new battle suits will take the Elysian Realm trials, Silverwing next, and D. Ankara.
Somehow the first thing that came to mind is the Anchoress. This blow will penetrate the stars.
It's her signature pose after all. Aside from the new trial takers, Bodhi, Gold, and Sechina are each getting a new Nexus and enhanced Signet set.
And based on your feedback, we added the restart option after getting a game over. Your mistakes will no longer cause the game to end.
Last but not least, version 5.4's spring event.
And focus supply cards and tons of crystals too. We wish you nothing but the best in the new year.
Good luck in the year ahead, Captains. See you next time.
Bye-bye.